everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tania, and if you're stopping by for the first time, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. I love you for it. And if you're not stopping by for the first time, thank you so much for your support. Today's video will be my sharing with you of my most understated or my most minimal bags. So if you'd like to see which bags I have to share with you, grab yourself a little cuppa and stick around. First bag I'd like to share with you is by an Australian label, and it's a relatively contemporary but also not that contemporary brand. But having said that, it doesn't have the history like some of these other brands here do behind me. This is by the Australian label Oroton, and Oroton is very well known here in Australia. A lot of people love Oroton. I used to love it, then I fell out of love with it, and now I'm back in love with it, so to speak. So I'm noticing that a lot of their styles are very reminiscent of some of the other designer label pieces, but at the same time you're not paying that designer label price. That's an added bonus. But this bag in particular does not have any specific obvious branding. You'd have to know the style and you'd have to recognize the little label if you got pretty close up. But from far away, it would just look like an ordinary standard north-south tote. It doesn't necessarily look like an Oroton piece. Oroton, similar to Coach, has their own signature O's, which is on a lot of their canvas pieces, but this doesn't have that. And if you were to wear this the other way with the logo facing the body, it just looks like, as I said before, an ordinary tote. I chose this one in particular because it reminded me very much of the Yves Saint Laurent tote, shopper tote I think it's called, but that one is considerably expensive. And this one wasn't. I picked this up from the Oroton website on sale. I've just added a couple of other little, you know, doobie whackers on there, but that's my first bag, very minimal. Next item I'd like to share with you is my little Lodis, and this is a bag that I've had now for about 3 or so years, and I bought this from TK Maxx some time ago. And this is actually the creators of this particular brand were the creators that were involved with Loewe. Now I don't have the fine details in my mind because I've forgotten, but I'll probably add something here to share with you. But this is a beautifully made bag, and it sort of does scream Saint Laurent Sac de Jour vibes, I suppose, and it's a beautiful quality. I'm working on my review of this bag, and in fact I haven't worn it for quite some time, but I do love this bag. It's beautiful, just gorgeous little square tote. I love these type of shaped bags. I think they're beautiful. There you go, 4 feet, and I've added this did not come with it, but I added this one, so it's beautiful. Third bag along here is my Sophie Hulme, and this bag I purchased from Farfetch, and I think at the time there was a slight sale on. Anyway, it was just a mid-price bag. It was well under 1,000 Australian dollars, and it's a great bag. You know, unless you are familiar with this particular plaque that Sophie Hulme does, or you're familiar with the look of her leather or this bag at all, then that's the only way that you would know it's a Sophie Hulme. And I have a review of this coming up soon. I love this bag. I'll never get rid of it. There's something about it which is uber chic and stylish and simple, but it stands out and it's ever so glamorous. There's something about it. There's just something about it. Anyway, that's my next one. Fourth piece along is my Coach, and this is one that I shared with you in a previous video. This was actually bought for me, gifted to me by a group of 7 or 8 ex-students now from about 4 years ago as a thank you gift at the end of the year. I'll link the video above so you can listen to the story. Quite a story, let me tell you. But anyway, it's a beautiful bag. It's a navy, and it is a Coach bag, as you can see. Again, if you're not familiar with the Coach logo from some distance, you wouldn't recognize it. Or of course, you could just wear it the other way around, and then it just looks like an ordinary, you know, hobo in a beautiful navy color. I adore the leather on this bag. It's not a 1941 piece, but I swear to God, you would think it was. Beautiful bag, this one. I love it. I'll never sell it. I'll always keep it. I'll always remember that group of boys. I'll always remember how they came to purchase it. I love this bag. I love this bag. Fifth bag along is my Louis Vuitton Damier Ebene Pochette Accessoires. Now, this one falls into 2 categories. If you recognize the print, it's not minimal, it's not understated. Putting that aside though, let's assume that we are not familiar with the Louis Vuitton Damier Ebene print. This is a very subtle, understated bag. It just looks like a brown checkerboard. It's not until you get close enough that you start noticing the Louis Vuitton. It's the type of bag that it's one of those if you know, you know situations. But this is a very subtle, stylish, understated bag. In my collection is definitely a very subtle, understated, minimal bag. Next bag along I have to share with you. despite its wonky strap, is this beautiful little red beauty here. And this is by the brand Valentino Guido. Now, Valentino Guido tends to be more of a mid-range Italian brand, and much like a Coach, or much like our Oroton, or maybe like the old Henri Bendel, or maybe a Michael Kors for Italy. And this was purchased for me by my now ex-sister-in-law many years ago when she had traveled to Italy. She said to me, "Oh, what do you want?" I said, "Buy me a red bag." So I always had it in me. Anyway, and so this bag is beautiful, and I've kept it, and I don't use it much. I was using this a lot for evenings. This wonky strap is killing me. The strap is not detachable, that's why it's like that. But it's a gorgeous little clasp and a nice flap opening, and beautiful bag. If you're interested in me doing a review on this bag, let me know, because this is a stunner, let me tell you. And at one stage, I can't believe I actually considered selling it. It's actually beautiful. Now, having said that this was bought for me, I did in fact pay her for it. So when she came back from Italy, told me how much it costs, and of course I gave her the money for it. But this next one that I'm going to show you, I actually deliberated over. Is this one really that minimal? Is it really that understated? And I'd have to go with yes, simply because this brand is no longer, or this company is no longer in operation, sadly. And that is my beautiful lambskin Henri Bendel wok. Now, Henri Bendel is not overly known about here in Australia. So given that, for me, here in Australia, this is an understated bag in my collection. Of course, over in the States, where Henri Bendel is recognizable, with its logo being recognizable, people would know it. But even then, it's still, from afar, it just looks like a gold turnlock. It doesn't necessarily scream HB. It doesn't necessarily have a large HB all over it. So let me tell you, I wish I'd bought more. I love their pieces. Anyway, all of that aside, this would be my next understated, very minimal evening bag. This next piece was given to me. I've not used it yet because I just don't know how to use it. But I've shown you this numerous times, and this is my beautiful straw bag that was given to me by my close friend Amy's mother. It's beautiful. It's handmade. It's got some slight imperfections here, but I don't care. It's beautiful. And it's a beautiful charcoal color. It is so well made. I mean, it's so well made. Seriously. And it's got the plastic here to prevent the handles from breaking. And, you know, it's a beautiful bag. I've not used it yet, other than for carrying some special little items for a short distance. But I love this bag. And this most certainly is, I would say, my most minimal and my most understated bag. Another very understated bag is this one here. So if I hold it up like this, you have no idea what this bag is. However, in my luxury bag collection, this is my Salvatore Ferragamo camera bag. This is his signature Vara bow. If you get close enough, you'll see Salvatore Ferragamo written there. So this is another one that could so easily pass for a very understated bag. And of course, if you're familiar with his chain, and some time ago, I think it was Louis Vuitton and Chanel have been doing a chain like this, but Ferragamo did it first. Anyway, moving on. This is my other understated bag, and this is in a beautiful Saffiano textured leather, and it's got the gold hardware. It's beautiful. Look, you have to know this to know that this is Salvatore Ferragamo. Otherwise, if you wear it this way, it could be any bag. Or if you don't know that, it could be any bag. My last bag that I will share with you is this beauty. Now, I have her currently stuffed with it. That's why she looks quite full. But this is by, again, an Italian brand. It's got a pillow in there. Hold, please. Oh, well. And this is by the brand here, Gianni Chiarini. Now, Gianni Chiarini, again, is an Italian handbag company, and it is a beautiful dark red Saffiano leather, and it's a very soft bag, which is why I keep it stuffed. And it has these nice press studs here on the sides, silver hardware, gorgeous bag. It comes also with a long strap, and it has some slip pockets inside. Basically, this for me is my travel bag. Now, I don't travel much. I never have really, and certainly now it's a moot point. But I love this bag because whenever I've done an overnighter or something like that, I've taken this. And I like this because this will do just enough for one night. And it's comfortable, and it's stylish looking, and it's large enough. And I love this bag. So that is my understated travel bag. There's no label on it. you know, even other Gianni Chiarini lovers would probably be hard pressed to identify this bag unless they also own it. And beautiful bag, made in Italy, great quality. Anyway, that, guys, is my collection of minimal, understated bags. Let me know what you think of these. I look forward to reading your comments. Take care, everybody. God bless, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.